Hello, hope you're doing fine. This is supposed to be a chit chat session, hmm? But let us talk about the final illusion a little bit. Hmm. So, what have you understood about the mind? Hmm? Mind is just a bundle of thoughts. Hmm? There are so many thoughts in the mind, but if you can focus on just one thought, hmm? If you can reduce the number of thoughts in the mind by focusing on just one thought, the one thought that gives rise to all other thoughts. Hmm. And that one thought is I amness, your sense of individuality, which is lurking within you, hmm, in the shadows. If you can bring it out by focusing on it, hmm, what will happen is entire mind, the different thoughts, hmm, will disappear, and only this thought will remain. Hmm. Then you send this thought to the heart by asking it, to whom does this thought occur? Hmm. The thought has occurred to the source because the thought has come out of the source. Hmm. Right? Mind has come out of the source. Thought has come out of the source. So your idea of individuality, I amness, has come out of the source. Right? So what you do is, amidst all these thoughts, you pinpoint the thought of I amness. Hmm. And then you send it back to the source. Right? This is what self inquiry is. Right? Right? So it will go into the source. Hmm. Now, let me share one incident with you. So, while Bhagwan's mother was on the deathbed, hmm, he sat beside her. She was really old. He sat beside her and he kept his hand on her hridayam, hmm, and he pulled the mind into the hridayam. Hmm. And there the battle began. Ah, for the next 8 to 12 hours, Bhagavan sat beside the mother, hmm, with his hand on her hridayam. Hmm, and he exhausted all her karmas. because so many births are planned for us. Uh, for mother also, so many births were planned. But he exhausted, he burned off all her karmas. And the point in the future, the day where she was supposed to become self realized, because all of us will become self realized in at least some distant lifetime. Hmm. So from there, he brought back the mind. He exhausted all the karmas by making the mind live all lifetimes. Hmm. Each and every moment, he witnessed everything and he burned off all the karma, brought the mind back. Hmm. So, mind was here only, all the time. For the entire duration, Bhagavan's hand was on the Hridayam. Mind was here only, but mind was living lifetimes after lifetimes after lifetimes. Huh? And when that moment came where the mother was supposed to be liberated, a moment in the future lifetime, Bhagavan destroyed the mind. Bhagavan killed the ego thought, the sense of individuality, the sense of I. Hmm. Right? So now no one can know what actually happened within the mother while Bhagavan's hand was here. Right? But Bhagavan himself has narrated this. Hmm. Before liberating mother, Bhagavan tried the same thing on one devotee who was, I think, very close to Bhagavan. So he tried to liberate him while he was dying. But he made a small mistake. And he said this: I made a small mistake. When the mind completely enters the source, a sound comes. There's a sound. And I did not know about that. And before that sound could come to me, I removed my hand, thinking that the process is over. Hmm. So, mind has to enter the source, hmm, where it gets destroyed. Hmm. Now, why is this process important? Because you experience pain, you are suffering. Hmm. It's difficult to deal with samsara. Hmm. Is it or is it not? You always have to fight for yourself, always have to protect yourself. At the same time, you have to earn resources, hmm, fulfill your duties. Hmm. See how much you have to do. Hmm. So, when the mind, hmm, the fundamental basis of all suffering, is removed, hmm, only then peace can be experienced. Otherwise, peace will never be experienced. Hmm. We have talked about various incidents of Raman Ashram. Hmm. And when you read about many more incidents, you will realize the greatness of Arunachala, and how rich this lineage is. Hmm. You will realize that Arunachala is the center point of the entire universe. Hmm. It has been said so. It is the originating point of the universe. Hmm. Now, what else is left? I don't want to talk about abundance. Hmm? Pursue self inquiry, pursue Shravanam Mananan, extract knowledge, hmm? and everything is yours already. Hmm. But till the time this process is completed, if there is something you need, hmm, you want to switch the job, there's some other urgency, something that prevents you hmm, from continuing spiritual practice, hmm, then you can always pray to Bhagavan. Always. Hmm. Yeah. I think I'm going to leave it here. I don't want to elongate this video. I will see you sometime in August or September, and by that time, if you have some queries and you want to share your experience, whatever it is, I will be available. Hmm. You can read, meanwhile, you can read teachings of Nisargadatta Maharaj, Avadut Gita, Ashtavar Gita, Ribhu Gita, Bhagavad Gita, and entire teachings of Bhagavan. Hmm? When you read this literature, there will be less barriers within you. Huh? Because all this literature corroborates with each other. Hmm? There is no discrepancy. Less and less doubts will rise in your mind when you read these texts. Hmm. Because almost everything is similar. Just the way is different and authority is different, but still. Hmm. Alright, I'm going now and I'll see you later. Take care.